Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin, whichever you call it, Season 2, Episode 2, my review of it. I forget if I said review in there somewhere, but oh well. I really love this one. I heard that it was getting negative feedback, but then when I actually looked at the comments, it was pretty much all positive. Even the few people complaining were saying, oh, it was so gory, and I am like, it's a series about people being eaten by naked giants. There's going to be some gore in there. Yeah, there's bound to be. Then, as well, I think the other complaint I saw was that it was a bit slow. And if you think this was paced slowly, you either didn't watch the first season and only watched a few AMVs of it or something, or I don't know. You just don't know about pacing if you thought this was slow. I mean, just compare it to some episodes for the first season. Not to hate on the first season, because I really loved it. And I think even it's one of the anime, I do think it was a bit overhyped, but it's still one of the anime I think I've enjoyed most in my life. But yeah, like, thinking back to some of the episodes, there were some great episodes, like most of the Battle for Trost. I think just about every episode there was good. All the episodes where they were dealing with Titan Annie were really cool. But there were some bad ones too. Some of the training episodes were slow as hell. And even though it's one of the best shows I've seen, it has also produced one of my least favorite episodes of anime of all time. Do you guys remember this one episode in the first season? Just getting way off topic before I start talking about this episode. But do you remember this episode, since I've been rewatching the first season just to help make sure everything's cemented in my head for this season? Rewatching it, I remembered this episode because I was like, oh man, I hate when I'm going to get to this episode. There's one episode after Eren first goes Titan mode and all that, where the entire episode is just this bearded guy yelling at them. It is a full 24-minute episode of bearded guy yelling at them that, oh, I'm going to kill you because you transformed into a Titan and we don't understand what's going on, but I'm going to kill you anyway. And none of it really makes that much logical sense. They're just trying to make you feel like Eren's in danger, but the dude never does anything to ever make you think he's actually going to kill Eren or anything. And then I think in that episode there's a few flashbacks to Eren in the Titan's belly, but we don't really need that now that we know that Eren's back. And what goes on in there doesn't really give us too many hints for why Eren transformed into a Titan to begin with. So, I mean, that whole episode was just pointless bearded guy screaming that he was going to kill Eren, but not actually doing anything. That episode annoyed me so badly and was one of the most boring things. So if you think this episode was paced badly, go back and watch the first season and you will be thankful this episode exists. But to talk about this part by part, it's already one of my favorite episodes of this series. Just because they did something that I feel like Attack on Titan hasn't done enough. Because we've seen all the people we've seen fighting Titans, that's been really cool, but they've all been like trained soldiers with all this special gear and stuff. So it leaves you to wonder, if you were trapped in the world of Attack on Titan, if you didn't have all this special gear and stuff, how screwed would you really be? So to see Sasha out there trying to survive in a survival situation, no gear or anything, just trying to make it out with that girl alive, just is such an interesting concept that I think needs to be hit upon more in the series. But part by part, first off, in the recap, I laughed again at the goofy-ass sprinting Titans. Oh my gosh, just the way they move was so funny. In the recap, I will say was a bit much. Same complaint I had for Boku no Hero Academia that I reviewed earlier. I feel like it was over a minute long. For this, it's only going to be like, 12, 13 episodes. And we're only on the second episode. We didn't need a full minute of recap. We really didn't. Then we get to see that Pixis and Hannes are at Trost, which is really cool because I like that we checked in with the characters. Eren, Armin, and Mikasa are leaving Stohess with Hanji, Levi, and Pastor Nick. They sort of theorize that the walls are made of the Titan crystal like Annie made, or that was made when Titans hardened their skin. And the Survey Corps starts rolling out deep. Then we see, back to Sasha of course, she goes alone and we have this really cute flashback where she's eating this meat. It's this sort of weird thing, like there's a sort of weird awkward style that Attack on Titan uses for comedy, to where their comedy is so weird and off-putting in a way. But I still thought it was a cute flashback. Sasha can have my meat any day. Way. All jokes aside, though, I did like the flashback when her dad, or I'm assuming it was her dad, when he got philosophical as fuck in there. Like, I really did enjoy that whole speech he gave. So back in present time, she finds a new village that she didn't recognize being there when she left. And this house has the tiniest Titan I have ever seen. I guess, shit, I'm American, so I can't really visualize. I should be able to visualize 4 meters pretty well, but I'm used to smaller metric amounts for science and whatnot. But 4 meters, I guess, it seems like that Titan should have been a bit taller. Have we heard of Titans smaller than 4 meters before? Either way, though, it was a tiny-ass Titan. It was cool, though, to show that she couldn't kill it with just the axe, because, of course, the blades they use aren't just normal metal. They're made from this special metal that is only made in the industrial cities, which we still haven't seen any of those. I'd like to see one of the industrial cities. But either way, so that would explain why she can't kill it with the axe. She runs away with the daughter, and just the whole scene of the Titan eating the still-living mom was... God, that was friggin' so creepy. And I love it. It was like what I said last episode and praised last episode for, where it had a lot more of a creepy, horror-ish vibe than the more action-oriented vibe last season. And man, the creepy, horror-ish vibe was so good. So then next up, Sasha is starting to lose it a bit, which I thought was interesting as she's trying to run away with the girl and everything. We have this cool flashback to Ymir and Krista talking to her, and I really like both of those characters, and I thought it was a good flashback, and how she tries to like hide the way she speaks and her accent and everything. And I think that things like that really humanize the character more and make them easier for viewers to relate to, so I did enjoy that. And man, when she fights the Titan with just the bow and arrow, that was an amazing... That's probably, again, now one of my favorite... Not my favorite scene, of course. There were so many good Season 1 scenes. Not my favorite scene, but it's going to be one of my favorite scenes in this show. Like, I loved that, and the music they played was so good. So I loved it. And, like, her fighting that just alone, I was like, this is the kind of creepy horror-type stuff that they can do with Attack on Titan, that there is room in the show for, and I thought it was really good. So then, at the very end, we see Connie's village, and it is pretty wrecked, and we have this mystery Titan. So the Titan is in the middle of this building, but its arms and legs are too small for it to stand up. So my best guess, and of course, please no spoilers from the manga, since last week asked, should I read the manga and catch all the way up? I'm a little bit further than where we are here, but if we already found out through the part I read, then I just am not remembering it. But I asked, should I read the manga to catch up, and you guys said, no, don't. So please don't spoil me, but my guess would be that whatever it is, I don't know, it's so weird. If it was a Titan shifter like Eren or Annie, you would, trying not to spoil things, but you would think that it would still have sentience like they did. So it's, well, Eren's sentience was kind of sketchy at first. Either way, getting off topic, you would think that it would have sentience and be able to say, yo guys, what the hell, I'm a Titan. Or not be able to say it, but maybe be able to transform back. I don't quite remember how it worked at first with Eren. But yeah, it's just so odd to me. That would be my best guess at what it is. It's something that turned into a Titan there, or a Titan that just was thrown there by another Titan. Like, really, it's so confusing. But I like that. I really like the mystery aspect that kind of the entire series has had. But yeah, just to talk about this as an episode as a whole, I thought it was an amazing episode, and I thought it even works as a standalone. Like, if this were an OVA, it would work on its own. If nobody had seen the series and you wanted them to watch the series, you could show them this, and it works as a standalone. It's just really good in that sense. The animation and music was so good. I loved it. And just the creepy vibes it had, it's one of my favorite episodes now, I think. Just the idea that somebody was stuck, unable to kill a Titan, none of the special gear or anything, and just had to try to survive. That idea is so cool to me, and I loved it. So that's it. Of course, I'm going to give it 10 mini Titans out of 10 because I loved it. I thought the pacing was great. I thought it was so creepy. And of course, the production quality was great. So no complaints at all, really. Let me think. Yeah, I can't think of anything to really criticize or complain about. So, either way, like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode personally and what you thought of my thoughts on it. I guess subscribe for more Attack on Titan and much more. We may read the manga once this season ends, maybe? I don't know. That'd be pretty cool to do for the channel. What else? I guess, is that about it? Yeah, follow on Twitter if you want to try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.